Good afternoon, children. Class 5 Maths, Lesson 6, Fractions. Now, what do you mean by this term fractions? So, a fraction is a part of a whole or a part of a group. Suppose I have this pizza and there are 4 friends who want to have this pizza. So, suppose one friend will have one. A is the name of first friend, B is the name of second friend, C is the name of third friend, and D is the name of fourth friend. Now suppose there is one pizza and 4 friends, they want to have this pizza. So they will cut it into 4 equal parts. So A will have one part, B will have one part, C will have one part, and D will have one part. So that means each friend is having how many parts? One part out of these 4 parts. So total parts are 4. Now suppose A is having how many parts? 1 by 4. That means he had out of these 4 parts, he had only one part of pizza. Then B, how many B ate? He also had one part out of the 4 parts. How many C ate? C also had one part out of the 4 parts. How many D had? D also ate one part out of 4 parts. Now supposing I change the story. Now this friend B, he is very hungry and he want to have 2 parts instead of having just one part. So this is called 1/4. For your knowledge, this is called 1/4. So this part is called what? 1/4. Now I have changed the story that this friend B, he is very hungry and he want to have more pizza. So now let me change the story. Suppose now B will have these 2 parts. He is very hungry, so he will have this whole part. So he will eat this whole part. So now how much pizza did B eat? So B had this time half of the pizza. So he had half of the whole pizza. This whole part, he had the half part of the pizza. So this part is called half. So now let us see how do we write fractions. Fraction is represented as numerator divided by the denominator. Now numerator is the top number, which is also called the chosen part. This is also called the chosen part, and denominator is the down number, which is represented by this capital letter D, and this is the whole part, the total number of parts. Now when I have drawn, again if I will go to the first diagram, the 4 friends A, B and C. Now you see each friend they had one part. Each friend they had one part. Now children, so if I ask you how much pizza did A eat? So A had one part out of the 4 parts. So this is the total parts and this is the chosen part. Again, how much pizza did C eat? How much did B eat? How much did D eat? So in the down, the denominator is the total part and the numerator is the chosen part. This numerator means how much part did they eat? How much part of the pizza did they eat? So it is represented, numerator is represented with capital letter N and denominator is represented as D. N is always written on the top and D is always written down. Now fractions, there are main 3 types of fractions: proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. Now we will explain this in the next video. Okay children, now exercise 6.1 fractions. Compare the like fractions. So what are like fractions? If you see the definition, the like fractions. Now see children, when you open your chapter, page number 68, study these terms. Like fractions, same denominator. Unlike fractions, different denominator. Unit fraction where the numerator is 1. So you go through this page number 68 and 69 with all these following terms. Okay. So now like fractions. when you are asked this question, compare the like fractions. Now here you see the question 3 by 8 you have to compare with 5 by 8. Now here the denominators are same and the numerators are different. So everywhere we are looking that the denominators are same and the numerators are different. Okay, if they have the same denominator, so we will just compare the numerator. That means this top number. Now 3 is smaller than 5. So 5 we will put this sign like this. Now again 14 is greater than 11. So put the sign like this. Then 4 is again 4 by 7, 6 by 7. So the denominator is same. So just compare the numerator. Now 4 and 6. Which is greater? 6 is greater. In this way you do other sums also. Now compare the unlike fractions. Now children, unlike fractions are those fractions where the denominators are not same. So here the process is not as simple as this one. So here the process is what? The step 1, you have to find the LCM of the denominators. Now here the denominators are 7 and 5. So if I will find the LCM, what will I get? Now this both the numbers are prime numbers. So prime numbers are only divisible by itself. So the LCM is what? LCM is 35. Okay. Now let me do this sum. So first write these fractions like this. 2 by 7 equals to 1 line. Again equals to, draw like this. 3 by 5 is equals to, draw 1 line. Then equals to, and 1 line. Okay. Now, so what is the LCM I have found out? 35. So write this 35 here as a denominator. That means what, children? This unlike fractions we will convert it into like fractions. When we will convert it into like fractions, that means we have to make the denominator same. So that is why in order to make the denominator same, I am finding out the LCM of the denominator. So now the denominators are same. Now write like this: 2 into 7 into 3 into 5 into. Now children, 2, 7 into what is equals to 35? 7 5s are. If here you are multiplying by 5, on the top also you will multiply by 5. Now here 2 5s are is 10. Again 5 into what is equals to 35? 5 into 7 is equals to 35. And if you are multiplying this denominator by 7, you will also multiply the numerator by 7. Now 3 into 7 is what? 21. So children, now we can see here that this unlike fractions has been converted into like fractions. That means now the denominators are same. 10 by 35, 21 by 35. So now first we will compare these like fractions. 10 by 35 and 21 by 35. Now here the denominators are same. So which one is greater, 10 or 21? 21 is greater. So that is what, children? That means 10 by 35, that is 2 by 7, and 21 by 35 is 3 by 5. So now that means 3 by 5 is greater than 2 by 7. So this is the answer. So this is the procedure to find out the comparison between the unlike fraction. So now one more sum I will be going through. Again we have the unlike fractions. So first step we have to convert it. We have to convert it into like fraction. So now first find the LCM of 3 and 7. So these are again the prime numbers. So if you will find the LCM, you will get it as 21. So I will write here 21. So these things I have already written. Now 7 into 3 into 10 into 7 into. Okay. Now 3 into what is equals to 21? 7. So if here I am multiplying by 7, on the top also 7. So 7 sevens are 49. 7 into 3 is equals to 21. So here also multiply by 3. So this is equals to 30. Now the fractions have been converted into like fractions. Now compare this. Now we will compare these two fractions. So which one is greater? 49 by 21. So that means your 7 by 3 is greater than 10 by 7. So this is the method, children, and you practice the other sums also, since the pictures have already been uploaded in the parents app. Now in the next video we will continue. Okay children, now what is a proper fraction? So a proper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. For example, 1 by 6. So 1 is the numerator, 6 is the denominator. So 1 is smaller than 6. Again, second example, 2 by 10. So 2 is the numerator, 10 is the denominator. Again, 2 is smaller than 10. Again, 3 by 5. So 3 is the numerator, 5 is the denominator. So now here again 3 is smaller than 5. So the fractions where the numerator is smaller than the denominator, those fractions are called proper fraction. So improper fraction is just the opposite, where the numerator is greater than the denominator. This n you can understand, children. This d also you can understand. N is for numerator, d is for denominator. Now whether the numerator is greater than the denominator. Let us see the examples. 16 by 6. So 16 is certainly greater than 6. Again 23 by 15. So 23 is the numerator, this is the denominator. This numerator 23 is greater than this denominator 15. Again 24 by 12. So this 24 is greater than 12. So we see here what in this all these three examples, all this top number. That means the numerators are greater than the denominators. Denominators means this down numbers. Okay. Now come to the mixed fraction. Now mixed fraction means a fraction where there is a combination of one whole number. So these are the whole numbers 2, 3, 9 you can see here on the board. So it is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Now children, what do you mean by proper fraction? Again look here, where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So this type of fractions are called what? Mixed fractions. Now next we come with some other terms, like fractions. Like fractions are those fractions, children, where the denominators are same. Now look at this example, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4. So here all the denominators, these down numbers are same and the numerators are different. Now unlike fraction, it is just the opposite of the like fraction. Here they have the different denominators. Now look at the example. 4 by 9, 3 by 10. So the denominators 9 and 10 are not same. Then we come with the unit fraction. That means whatever is the denominator they have, that is suppose 10, 36 and 8, their numerator will always be 1. So where the fraction in which the numerator is 1 is called the unit fraction. Now what are equivalent fractions? Now two or more fractions which have the same value. So suppose if I write 3 by 9 or 4 by 12, if I will reduce to simplest form, the answer I will get is 1 by 3. Okay, in the next video we will start the exercise. Okay children, exercise 6.1 fractions number 3. Arrange in ascending order. Now all these are the 4 fractions, 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 1 by 2 and 3 by 8. These are unlike fractions. So how we will compare it and how we will arrange in ascending order? Ascending order means what, children? From small to big, and descending means from big to small. Now before arranging in ascending order, we have to convert these unlike fractions into like fractions. So what we will do? First we will find out the LCM of the denominators, which I have already found out here. It is 120. Now, so I have written here 2 by 3 is equals to 4 by 5, 1 by 2, 3 by 8. So first I will write the denominators for all these fractions as 120. This 120 is what I found the LCM of all these denominators. Now 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 1 into 2 into 3 into 8 into. Now 3 into what is equals to 120. So if you find this number is too big, you can just divide it in the rough column. Like this you can, children, you can just divide it and find out. You will get here 40. 40. So 3 into 40 is equals to 120. If here I will multiply by 40, so up also I will multiply by 40. So this is equals to 80. Again 5 into what is equals to 120. So if you divide, you will see it is 24. So up also you multiply by 24. So it will be 96. Again 2 into what is equals to 120. If you divide and see, 2 into 60 is equals to 120. So here also you multiply by 60. So this will come as 60. Again 8 into what it is equals to 120. So if you divide and see, I am saying you children, if you find it difficult, you can use this rough column. Now 120, if you start dividing by 8, 8 ones are 8 and then 8 fives are 40. So 8 into 15. 3 into 15. Now 3 into 15 is how much? It is 45. So now see children, ultimately, this is the rough column. This is the rough column. Now ultimately you see children, we have converted all these unlike fractions into like fractions. That means here the denominators are same. Now let us start the comparison. Okay. Now children, which is the smallest number here? Which is the smallest number here? So I find the smallest number, this one. Second smallest, I find this one. And the third smallest, this one. And the biggest, I find this one. Okay. So let me write this one. First, 45 by 120 is smaller than 60 by 120 is smaller than 80 by 120 is smaller than 96 by 120. Now write the original fractions. So original fractions, 45 by 120 is what? It is 3 by 8. 60 by 120 means what? It is half. Again 80 by 120 means what? It is 2 by 3. And 96 by 20 is what? It is 4 by 5. So now we see from smallest to biggest number we have arranged. That means we have arranged these fractions into ascending order. Now let us do one sum. Other sums you practice children. And now let us see number 4, number A. It is the same steps are here. Only here we will, this step will be different which we did here. Here we will just arrange these fractions from biggest to smallest. Otherwise the whole procedure is just the same. Okay. So here also we have all the unlike fractions. The denominators are not same. So first all these denominators I take here in the rough column and I find out the LCM, which I have already done so. So LCM I have found 24. So let me write everywhere 24. What do I write here? 24. Now 5 into 12 into 7 into 8 into 4 into 1 into 2 into. Okay. Now 12 into what is equals to 24? 2. So here also 2. I will multiply. 8 into 3 is equals to 24. So 7 into 3 is equals to 21. 4 into 6 is equals to 24. So 3 into 6 is 18. 2 into 12 is equals to 24. So 1 into 12 is equals to 12. Now see children, now these unlike fractions has been converted into like fractions. So all the denominators are same here. So now I can compare the fractions and arrange in descending order. Now which one is the biggest numerator here? 10, 21, 18, 12. So which is the biggest here? This is the biggest. So write it as 1. Then second biggest is which one? 18. And the third one is which one biggest? 12. And the fourth is which one? 10. Okay. Now start writing. Since it is descending order, so first I will write the biggest number. So the biggest is 21 by 24. This is greater than 18 by 24. Again 18 by 24 is greater than 12 by 24. And this is greater than 10 by 24. Now I will write the original fractions. That means 21 by 24 is what? It is 7 by 8. It is 7 by 8. 18 by 24 means 3 by 4. And 12 by 24 means it is half. And 10 by 24 means it is 5 by 12. So now I have arranged in descending order. Now in the next video I will explain you exercise 6.2.